Welcome to another edition of SCTV 3 Sports Extra. I'm your host, Dante Iafrate, and there is a lot of Pride sports to cover. Let's get into it. This past Saturday, men's and women's swim and dive held a meet against Trinity College against Art Linkletter in the auditorium. The women won their side 114 to 109, while the men won 168 to 75. The Pride started by recognizing members of the senior class, with each team member talking about their experiences and what they have meant to them. The day started with Trinity winning the women's 400-yard medley relay, while the Pride won the 200-yard freestyle. 1-meter diving, 100-yard backstroke, to name a few, for the men. They won in almost every single event except the 200-yard individual medley. The men won at 7-3, or they sit at 7-3, while the women are now 7-5. Both teams will travel to Babson on Saturday morning, with the meet starting at 11. This past Saturday, the Springfield College men's basketball team earned their 5th NEWMAC win over Wheaton College with a 69-57 win. The Pride finished their first season sweep of the Lions since 2020 after Jaron Flynn dropped 15 points. After starting off the game with an 8-0 run, Springfield never lost their lead. Curtis Blishy secured a career-high 13 rebounds in the win as the Pride scored over half of their points within the paint. The Pride started a 2-game homestand with a game this Saturday against Babson College. The women's gymnastics team recorded their best score of the season at their home opener this past weekend. The quad meet featured Springfield competing against Ithaca College, Eurysnus College, and Rhode Island College. Sage Captain led the way for the Pride, finishing 4th in all-around competition with a score of 36.9. And their best performing on the vault, Ake Medio, impressed on the uneven bars, finishing 4th overall and posting a team score of 9.52, just a 10th out of the first place. Springfield will travel to the University of Bridgeport next Sunday for a quad meet featuring the host Purple Knights, Rhode Island College, and Wilberforce. The Springfield College women's basketball team faced off against Mount Holyoke College Wednesday night in NEWMAC action. The Pride dominated the court from start to finish, winning 65-43 in Blake Arena against the Lions. Senior forward Angie Sharema was unstoppable as she scored a double-double with 17 and 11, along with Lindsay Laughlin, who's scoring 16 points, as well as junior Carrie Hess, who had 16 points as well, as the Pride held Mount Holyoke to just 27% from the field. Springfield caught fire early in the game and continued to blaze through the game, with ultimately pull away with the win. Pride improved to 11-9 overall and looked to keep the momentum going strong in their next game against WPI away on Saturday. This week, SCTV3 Sam McGilpin shares his thoughts on the top 3 teams to watch for the spring season on Albin Street.
Hello and welcome back to the second edition of Sam's Starting Lineup. This week, I'll be previewing the 3 best spring teams to watch here at Springfield College for the 2025 season. Coming in at number 3, I have the women's lacrosse team. Led by head coach Jen Thomas, last year's top 7 of 8 leading scorers are returning players, including Izzy LaLancet, Lily Johnson, and Samantha Andreessen as their top 3. Springfield's offense last year ranked top 40 in the nation in scoring, and the Pride picked up a goalie grad transfer in Kate Lako to anchor down their defense. Springfield had one of the best scoring margins in all of D3 in 2024, and there should be nothing different about that in 2025, as they look to win the NEWMAC championship. At number 2, I got the softball team. This team will be intriguing to watch, as more than half of the team graduated last year, leaving a ton of positions to be filled. Luckily for the Pride, junior catcher Carissa Pecchia will be leading the way. Pecchia batted .424 last year, which boosted her team to the 22nd best batting average in D3 and top 40 in on-base percentage. Although there's a ton of work cut out for this young roster, I have faith that they can make another run at the NEWMAC chip and possibly get an NCAA playoff berth. And without much debate, in my opinion, at number 1 is the men's volleyball team. The team started off the season with a tough loss to Concordia, but have since routed off 5 straight wins while outscoring those opponents 15-1 in sets. The Pride have been getting a ton of production from different players, but junior Carter Duravage has been a breakout player for the Pride. As of February 5th, Duravage has the 4th best hitting percentage in the country and is averaging over 4 points per set, which is good for 20th in the country. Led by all-time great Charlie Sullivan, this team is poised for a run at the national title. Reporting from SCTV3, I am Sam McGilpin.
Sam's honorable mention was men's lacrosse, as the team hopes to send off Coach Keith Bugby on a high note in his final season. Now on to our weekly athletics preview schedule. Starting off the weekend will be men's basketball team facing off against Babson. The team played Babson less than a month ago and lost 70-53 later that day. The men's volleyball team hosts a tri-match against MIT and Nichols on Wednesday. Women's basketball takes on Salve Regina. Both teams are 3-3 against the NEWMAC. against winning this team will have big implications toward the new MAC playoffs. On Saturday, swimming and diving traveled to Babson for their last meet before the new MAC championships. The Super Bowl isn't the only sporting event taking place on Sunday, as women's gymnastics is competing in the Bridgeport Quad. To see the remaining schedules of each team, check out SpringfieldCollegePride.com.